Look, man, all I gotta say is, if you're fighting someone and they got you in this position, I think it's time to give up the fight because you are not winning that one, fam. I'm sorry. Batman really had Shredder out here doing yoga. Like, that is crazy, man. This just shows that you should never mess with Batman in his city. But I guess Shredder never got that memo because Shredder shows up in Gotham, causing havoc, and of course, Batman sees this. He's like, nope, definitely not happening, not today. And so Batman does the only logical thing. He then proceeds to pull up and just give them all CTE, and then after this he interrogates one of them, and then Shredder comes out of nowhere and he pretty much tells Batman, let's run the fade right now. And of course Batman would never ever turn down the fade, so him and Shredder just get right to it. Alright, so the fight starts off with Shredder throwing down a smoke bomb, and he tries to catch Batman off guard, but I don't think this man realizes that that is Batman's number one go-to move, so he sees it coming from a mile away, and at this point Shredder is literally trying to punch Batman, but Batman is dodging and weaving everything. At some point Shredder does eventually get a hit in, and when he does, he tries to go up for a follow-up attack, and he tries to go for like an overhead, and Batman sees it coming and he dodges it, and they continue fighting. At this point, these two are going blow for blow. At this point, it no longer looks like there is one person over the other. They are literally giving each other the work right now. Shredder knocks Batman to the floor, and Batman, he proceeds to get up, and when he does get up, he throws a couple batarangs at Shredder, and Shredder literally breaks them like nothing. And keep in mind, these batarangs are pretty fucking durable, and this man literally broke them like nothing. That is honestly kind of crazy. However, Batman then returned the favor because at one point while they were fighting again, Batman had this man on his knees looking like he was begging for mercy. This was honestly kind of funny because Shredder was talking the most shit, but look at bro right now. Look at man on his knee. This man looks like a little bitch right now. Oh, but Batman's not done because right after this, Batman then takes this man while he's on his knee and he crashes his head into the railing, and Shredder just has to sit there looking like he's about to see red, looking like he's about to crash out. So right after this, Shredder then gets up and he tries to do an overhead kick on Batman, but Batman catches his leg and he then slams this man into the floor. Shredder is literally getting embarrassed right now. I mean, like, dude, he's lucky all of his henchmen are knocked out right now, because if they weren't and they saw this man getting his ass whooped like this, they would not want to be led by a man who was getting put all over World Star. Shredder then gets up again, and this time he tries to reverse one of Batman's moves, but Batman then reverses his reversal, and you know, he lays this man out on the floor yet again. Shredder literally just cannot catch a break today. While Shredder is on the floor, he kicks Batman so that Batman also falls, right? And so Batman and Shredder are just on the floor fighting it out, and at one point Shredder gets up, so Batman, he then takes this opportunity to pull off a Cobra Kai kick on Shredder, but sadly Shredder deflects it. They then proceed to trade blows again, and during this exchange, Shredder actually shoves Batman's head into the machine, so Shredder actually gets his get back on Batman. But all that doesn't matter though, because right after this, Batman actually breaks one of Shredder's claws, and Shredder just kind of has to look at it like, oh damn, this motherfucker is built different. Right after this, Batman gives Shredder the Sparta kick, and he just proceeds to lay in on this man. Not only does he break his other claw, he then flips this man over into another machine. This is like the second machine he's been flipped over into. Shredder has just been taking L's all night so far. I guess Batman had on his black Air Forces this night, because he then proceeds to kick Shredder's head into the machine, and you just see sparks flying everywhere. Shredder should honestly just throw in the white towel at this point. It's not worth it. Shredder then gets up and he actually punches Batman in the throat. He actually manages to land a hit, right? And after this, Batman proceeds to follow this up with a kick right to the face, and Shredder falls right off the railing, and this man falls like 10 feet onto the bottom platform. Batman then tries to jump off of the platform that he's on, and he tries to land on top of Shredder, right? This man really thinks he's Rey Mysterio jumping off the top rope, and Shredder sees this and he's like, oh no, absolutely not. And so he pulls off his own counter. Shredder activates his inner Naruto, and this man literally pulls off a jutsu that sends Batman flying all the way across the room, and Batman is literally just laid out, wondering where he went wrong. Shredder tells Batman to pretty much stay in his own lane, and bro just dips after this, and that's the end of their first fight. But they did have a second fight, and let's just say things went a little bit differently in that fight. Alright, so long story short, pretty much what happened after this is Batman pretty much got the help of the Ninja Turtles to help him take down Shredder, and so they eventually track down Shredder and they pull up on him, and Batman and Shredder already know what's about to go down. They already know what happened last time, and they don't even waste time, they just immediately get to fighting. Shredder just looks at Batman like, man, this motherfucker really wants to run the fade again? There's no way, he's about to get folded again. Alright, so the fight starts off with both of them running at each other, and Shredder jumps in the air and tries to kick Batman, but Batman deflects it because bro is not falling for that. And after this, they both have like a little struggle, and just look at the way that they're looking at each other during this. You can tell that they just want to fuck each other up. You can tell there is a lot of animosity in this fight because of what happened last time. So after this, Shredder actually takes away Batman's belt, and he pretty much tells him no more gadgets, and Batman's like, alright, bet, I don't even need that shit. And he then proceeds to do a tag team move with Raphael, and he lays out Shredder. Right after this, Shredder gets up and he is just mad dogging Batman. You can tell this man is about to crash out, right? And after this, Batman pretty much just tells him like, you're fucked, buddy. And so he runs at him and he punches him square in the face, and Shredder literally just has to sit there and take the L. Batman then proceeds to just lay in on Shredder. This man is giving him left hook after right hook. This man is putting hands and feet all over him. Shredder is literally begging for mercy at this point. This man is fighting for his life. During all this, Batman actually tackles Shredder, and they both go falling off of the little platform that they're on, right? And so Batman and Shredder are literally falling to their deaths, and Batman wastes no time and he just starts fucking this man up mid-air. Sooner or later they both land on a pipe, but Batman forced Shredder to take most of the fall, so you know, Batman's good. Meanwhile, Shredder is over here looking like an origami figure. And just look at the way bro lands when he falls. I mean, damn, man, Batman had a gracious landing. Meanwhile, Shredder, this man literally slid off the pipe as if there's like WD-40 all over that pipe. That's crazy. After all that, Shredder gets up and he pretty much tells Batman that he doesn't even care that he lost this fight because he still got to do what he wanted to do. And he pretty much just starts laughing at Batman and jokes on him because the plot said fuck you, and there's a giant meteor that comes out of nowhere, and I mean literally out of nowhere, and it falls next to Shredder, and this man literally gets thrown into a steel pipe, and he then falls into a vat of acid. That is the biggest L ever.